So after so many second place finishes and close calls, Chase Elliott would finally put together a complete season in 2018. This was a season filled with so many ups and downs that when Chase Elliott finally broke through that barrier, fans could finally rejoice. So let's get into it. The first 2 seasons of Chase Elliott's Cup Series career were extremely solid. He would score a 10th place points finish in his rookie season, followed by a 5th place points finish in his sophomore year. Despite putting those 2 solid seasons together, the question still remained after each of those seasons: when would Chase Elliott score his first career Cup Series victory? I mean, it was one second place finish after another. It was one close call after another. In the first 2 seasons of his Cup Series career, Chase Elliott would score 6 runner-up finishes. The worst of those came at Martinsville in 2017 when Chase Elliott got dumped by Denny Hamlin. It seemed like there was no end in sight and that Chase Elliott would never break through. Heading into the 2018 season, there was a new glimmer of hope. The team was being rebranded from the 24 to the 9, as well as coming off a 5th place points finish the previous season. The season would start off in familiar fashion as Chase Elliott would take home his 2nd career dual win.
Keep it coming, still one inside, drafting it tight.
White flag in the air, 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Big push coming to the fore from his teammate, Clint Boyer.
Got to have a place to go with it. Got to have a place to go with that run.
Didn't quite have enough. He got to the rear bumper of the 9 of Chase Elliott, but not quite enough.
I think everybody's holding on for dear life right here.
I think they're going to have one more good shot at Chase Elliott.
They got to get there, and they just don't seem to be able to get right up there close enough at this point.
I think Chase stays right where he is. Force them to go around you.
Short way around.
We're going to get a run, block hard here.
Chase Elliott spotter.
All over him behind you, pushing him hard.
Out of turn 4. Elliott rules at Daytona. Chase Elliott covers the bottom and beats Kevin Harvick by a car length.
Unfortunately, this was his only real highlight from the first half of the 2018 season. The entire first half was absolute hell for Chase Elliott and his number 9 team, as it seemed the team as a whole had regressed.
Big push coming from Elliott and Keselowski. Contact! Elliott slam into the wall.
Are you kidding me?
Danica Patrick, Casey Kane.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
You all right?
Chase Elliott having a fine drive in 8th. Trouble! Kurt Busch around, hard into the wall after contact from Chase Elliott.
Wow.
And once again, cautions.
Breed cautions.
Yeah.
Chase, poor Chase, he had nowhere to go at 41 in the wall right in front of him, and of course he plowed right into him.
The biggest story we have to talk about today is one I alluded to on Monday's episode when photos came out of both Chase Elliott and Jamie McMurray with kind of bowed windshields and rear windshields on their cars from this last weekend's race at Texas. I told you then that I was 80 to 90% sure that we would see some penalties this week, and sure enough, we did. Wednesday morning, it was announced that Chase Elliott's team had been docked 20 points. Alan Gustafson, the crew chief, has been suspended for 2 races and was fined 50,000 smackaroons.
Yeah, one thing I think about the traction.
Oh, trouble.
Oh, good grief.
Chase Elliott.
Oh, no.
Michael McDowell.
Oh,
Martin
Truex is
Truex
the last second.
Miles in. And, gosh, that was ugly.
Well,
Right there, guys. Take a look at it. Well, it was.
pretty wild battle here. Coming to 2 to go. 17 of Stenhouse does a slide job on Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott, he kind of could have pushed the issue there. And look, it ends up costing him another position.
Well, I think it cost Stenhouse too.
Yeah, they each lose a spot to Kyle Busch, and
A little frustration.
that's on the
kicking in.
cool-down lap where things weren't cooled down. They had a discussion about it behind the pit wall afterward. Huge push. And around goes a 2. Too big of a push. push. He caught the 41.
The big one.
Logano's caught up in it.
Oh, my goodness.
Denny Hamlin. Austin Dillon has damage. Daniel Suarez trying to avoid. Ty Dillon sliding in.
Despite a horrible first half to the season, the team would come together and recover, as they would start to put together some top 10 and eventually some top 5 runs. This would ultimately culminate in Chase Elliott finally breaking through and scoring that first career win at Watkins Glen. And as soon as he was able to break through that huge barrier, there was no turning back, as that win would springboard him all the way into the playoffs.
And coming out onto the front stretch. The white flag in the air. 1 lap to go. 7 turns. He just needs to do 7 turns perfectly at Watkins Glen to grab his first career win. He goes wide through turn 1. The 78 coming up, closing the gap.
All clear, all clear.
Fans jumping up and down, yelling, screaming, losing their minds here at Watkins Glen. Can Elliott hang on? He's back to 2 car lengths in front of Truex as they leave the S's for the final time.
Almost giving up the lead in turn 1, but he's now got another comfortable lead as he breaks into the inner loop. Martin Truex charges hard, trying to gain that ground back. No mistakes by either driver here, but Chase Elliott a cleaner corner. Now it's about 4 car lengths there through the carousel. Chase Elliott almost home free. Truex wide in the corner.
He looks to be in great shape, but the mistake that he made in 1 again cannot be replicated here in turn 6.
Truex is out of fuel.
Truex is out. Now Chase can just cruise to victory lane.
His spotter lets him know.
15 out the back already.
He's out of fuel. Chase Elliott comes out of turn number 7. The crowd roars. They're going to see for the first time Chase Elliott win in the Monster Energy Cup Series.
Excellent. Yeah, baby, yeah!
How about this? A 7-time champion. He's going to give him a push. His teammate at Hendrick Motorsports, and again, as I mentioned earlier, 250 wins for Hendrick Motorsports, and the 250th coming at the hands of Chase Elliott. Will the decision to go to the outside line on the restart workout? Overtime presented by Credit One Bank underway.
Getting a little push. Pushing. The 11's getting a push too by the 22.
The 9 trying to forge ahead. The 11 staying tough.
Chase is clear.
Elliott has the lead.
Great
coming
job
out
by
of
Chase
2.
Elliott. Great job.
Make him drive around you.
Side by side for 3rd. Logano and Eric Jones continue to fight for that spot. Chase Elliott looking for the white flag. 1 more time around at Dover.
Lock that thing on the bottom.
A hungry Denny Hamlin in the 11. He'll have 1 more shot. Down the backstretch. Can he close the gap enough? Chase Elliott looking for his 2nd career win.
3.5.
Out of turn 4. Chase Elliott's going to win at the Monster Mile.
Hell yeah, baby. 1 more round to go. Yeah. That's what I was talking about. That's how you do it, bro. He's right there.
You saw a smiling
I'm so proud of you.
Rick Hendrick, a smiling Jeff Gordon, and I'm sure the smile's going to be
Thank you, guys,
very large.
Hell of a job. Way to not give up today. 3 to go.
And the gap continues to close between the 18 and the 42. But the gap between the 9 and the 18 has stayed the same. A little over a half a second. Chase Elliott, what a year he has had. Now holding off Kyle Busch. Coming up on the lap traffic in front of him. He's got Kevin Harvick in front of him, who was one of the best cars all day long. Will Kevin Harvick hold him up? Now, under 2 laps to go.
Chase Elliott's done a great job of finding some extra speed in his car. When Kyle Busch brought the pressure to him, Chase Elliott responded with about a 1/10 of a second. Chase maybe saving just a little bit, waiting for that to come, and then once it happened, he went off and is driven away from Kyle Busch.
He's picked the pace up now as he works his way in front of the grandstand. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. Chase Elliott The 22-year-old out of Dawsonville, Georgia, son of Hall of Famer Bill Elliott. Down the backstretch for the final time. 2 wins already in 2018. The slide job by Kyle Larson behind him for second. Chase Elliott coming out of turn 4. He's going to win again, this time in Kansas.
Yeah, boys, let's go.
If you need momentum to win a championship, nobody has more than Chase Elliott and the 9 team.
Second career win a couple weeks ago. Third career win this week. They brought their best to the playoffs.
So his 2018 Cup Series stats are this: 3 wins, 11 top 5s, 21 top 10s, an average finish of 12.2, and would finish 6th in the standings. With all of this momentum heading into the 2019 season, Chase Elliott is looking like an early championship favorite. Not to mention, he is officially a fan favorite as he won his first ever Most Popular Driver award. And once again, that'll do it for another video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Black Flags Matter. Catch you next time.